Hello there, I'm Simon. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is me. It has been pointed out to me that I haven't actually introduced myself yet. How rude of me. Where are my manners? So I'm gonna do something about that right now. Here is everything the internet needs to know about me. First thing I should tell you is that I have a brother. A twin brother, in fact. In case you're wondering who is older, that would be me. Though he would tell you that he's older. He's lying. He does also have a YouTube channel, by the way. I mean, it's been ages since he uploaded anything, and he only vlogs in Dutch, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave a link below anyway. I'm sure he won't mind. We were raised by our mother, who deserves all the respect in the world, because that's one hell of an achievement. I grew up in Belgium, which is incidentally where I still live. And because of that, my first language is in fact not English, but Dutch. Then why do I do my videos in English? Because English is awesome. So I actually speak 4 languages. I speak Dutch and English, obviously. I also speak French, badly. And I'm also taking a course in Italian. Meaning I'm taking a course to learn Italian. Not that I'm taking a course in like mathematics. That happens to be in Italian. Anyway, I also took some German in high school, but my German was about as bad afterwards as it was before, so I don't really count that. In high school, I actually studied classical languages like Latin and Greek. I say like, but they were in fact those 2 languages. Technically, I only did that for 5 years, but the only reason for that is that we just didn't have the option to do Greek in our first year. So I only did Latin that first year. We did get an initiation in Greek, so I usually just say that I did 6 years of Greek. So I ended up reading like Xenophon, Plato, Herodotus, Sophocles, Homeros, Ovidius, Caesar, Virgilius, etc. in the original languages, which is bleeping awesome. Anyway, after high school, I went to study history at the local university. Unfortunately, I did have to drop out after 2 years, so I haven't actually finished that yet. I am still planning to go finish that sometime in the future. So after that, I went and got a degree in library stuff. Because yes, that's the thing you can study. And now we're here. Meanwhile, I have been practicing Jiu Jitsu. Japanese Jiu Jitsu, that is, not Brazilian. I mean, I have nothing against Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, of course. It's just not what I practice. So for those of you who don't know, Jiu Jitsu is a Japanese style of martial arts, focusing on self-defense. I love it, because it's a very nerdy kind of martial art. It's basically how to get the upper hand in a fight using science. There is no competition, which is another thing I love about it. The only competition there is with yourself. I have now been practicing it for about 12 years. And to answer the question that a lot of you probably have now, I am currently a 2nd degree black belt, which is called Nidan. But wait, there's more. I'm also a writer. And I'm not talking about like essays and such. It's been ages since I wrote a proper essay. No, I mean fiction. These days it's mostly just assignments for the creative writing class that I'm taking. But I have so many ideas for stories. And I can only hope that one day I will get around to do all of them. We'll see. Apart from those assignments, my current project is a Harry Potter fanfic. Yeah, I write fanfiction. Just to give you an idea of how my brain works, I have finished one chapter of it, which I will still rewrite, and I'm already thinking very hard about the sequel. The idea is to write about the next generation and to kind of combine the feeling of Harry Potter with that of Fantastic Beasts. Other than fanfiction, I also have plenty of ideas for some epic fantasy and science fiction, and a lot of historical fiction. Like any proper nerd, I of course also play Dungeons and Dragons. Just kidding. There's no such thing as a proper nerd. Be nerdy in whatever way you want to be nerdy, people. And don't let anyone judge you for it. But I do play D&D. D&D, or Dungeons and Dragons, is a tabletop role-playing game, which means you sit around a table and pretend to be a hero or heroine in a fantasy world, assisted by your trusty polyhedral dice. I know it sounds very goofy, but when you actually play it, it is amazing. I don't actually play it that much, but when I do, it is bleeping legendary, and I love it. And then there's YouTube, of course. About a month ago, at this point, I decided to start this channel. Actually, I've had it for ages, but I've only recently decided to start semi-properly making videos on a regular basis. Because I do have plenty of stuff to talk about. In fact, I have an entire Word document full of ideas for future videos. I ain't done talking for a very long time. Sorry about that. So what will I be talking about? A lot of my ideas are fandom related, but there's also a bunch of history stuff and even some sciencey bits. Yeah, I don't really have a plan for this channel. I kinda just want to make videos about stuff that I find interesting. In case you are wondering about the material and the software that I use to make these videos, it's pretty simple actually. I really just use the built-in camera and microphone that came with my laptop. To edit, I just use Blackmagic Design's DaVinci's Resolve, which I downloaded for free because Jazza told me about it. In one of his videos, Jazza gave a link to download it, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna make YouTube videos, I'm gonna need some editing software. And it works pretty darn well. Added bonus is that I get to edit with software called DaVinci. I'm a big fan of Leonardo da Vinci, by the way. Oh, you'll see. Before I go, let's talk a little bit about my logo. This is a logo I designed when I was like 16, after seeing this picture in a history handbook. This is Charlemagne's signature, and when I saw it, I loved the idea so much that I designed my own version of it. So it's been around for years, until I finally decided to use it for YouTube. Why is it purple? Because purple is kind of my favorite color. This goes back to the Jiu Jitsu actually, where it refers to ultraviolet, which is the 8th color on the spectrum. Invisible to the human eye, but it is also the most powerful, which symbolizes the art of Jiu Jitsu. Also, it just looks really good. And that's about it for now. If there's anything else you would like to know, please feel free to ask me in the comments. And just like that, we have stumbled into the YouTube thing. So please also like and subscribe. You know the drill. It would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.